Hello, Wisecrack Nation. This is your boy Navi here, stepping out of the Speed Force to come to you with a review of The Flash. So far, we're on Season 5, Episode 17, Time Bomb. As we left off, our new Cicada is on the loose, and it seems like she's gonna go on a killing spree. I have to wonder and ask, will Team Flash be able to stop her and her rampage, or will they fall victim to her and her new abilities? Let's get into it with this episode of The Flash. To start off, we return back to 2049, where Nora informs Thawne that the new Cicada showed up, but the bad part being, neither Thawne nor Nora know who the new Cicada is. And what makes it worse, Thawne suggests that Nora tell her father everything, every little dirty detail she's been doing since coming to 2019. I find this kinda ironic because of every season of The Flash, there's a good speedster and a bad speedster. Looks like Nora's the dumb speedster. Well, it seems that Orland Dwyer has finally woken up to see that the young woman that rescued him, or kidnapped him, is his future niece Gracie, and that he's had help in creating a new Cicada for the future. Way to go, Orland, you created the futuristic psychopath version of yourself. Well, it seems back at Star Labs, Sherlock's intuitiveness is helping him close in on finding who's helping Nora and guiding her on what to do in the past, as he's almost cracked the code and found a name for the person she's been communicating with. And now we have an even bigger issue, as Team Flash has been alerted that there's been a break-in at their archive facility for all things that they found throughout their time, as well as recovered, and notice that Thawne's time sphere is there, but also in the woods as well. And figure out, since there's two, that means they're the same one, meaning that the time sphere was recently used to come back to the past, in which the future Cicada used it to travel back to 2019. Well, it seems that Sherlock is on the case, as he's going through the files of Harrison Wells, a.k.a. Reverse Flash, in order to get a look at his time sphere and get a look at it from a different angle in order to understand Harrison Wells. When he notices one little detail on the blueprints of what he finds, a saying that the timeline is malleable. Well, we get more questions answered as we see Cisco vibe a past crime scene in which he sees a female metahuman set off an explosion at an ATM moments after she walked away, in which the two victims that were in the blast radius were Grace's parents. And come to find out that Grace is the Cicada from the future. Meanwhile, back at Orland Dwyer's cabin, we see Gracie upset over the fact that no police did anything in order to catch the meta, so she takes it upon herself to go out, find, locate, and kill the meta responsible for her parents' death. Now a new situation arises as Nora, Barry, and Joe arrive at a private birthday party to alert the female metahuman that caused the explosion that a mass killer is more than likely coming after her because of her abilities. But unfortunately, being a young black woman or mother, she decides that she doesn't want any help and she's not gonna tell her family about her abilities. That's a woman for you, being stubborn and stupid more than likely sometimes. So Joe, Barry, and Nora decide to keep a watchful eye on the party just in case. But back at Star Labs, Sherlock gets closer and closer to confirming who's helping Nora while she's back in the past as he goes through Eobard mementos that he left behind, such as his wheelchair, and locates a possible clue to help him come up with an answer. Things get a little bit weirder as Nora gets an instant image in her mind of Cicada's viewpoint and see that she's outside getting ready to attack, in which both her and Barry suit up in order to evacuate the birthday party and get the kids out of there before Cicada attacks, and the metahuman and her family away from the area as to not get killed by Gracie. Even though they're successful in stopping Cicada for a few moments and recovering their speed, the metahuman's daughter is injured after he throws a accelerated soccer ball at Cicada. We now see how far off the beaten path Gracie has gotten over the few years as she's gotten older, that she's become more of a psychotic killer than the sweet girl Orland Dwyer raised, as she admits to Orland that she killed Dr. Embers and is on a mission to kill all metahumans, which I find kinda ironic, because if she kills all metahumans, doesn't that mean she has to kill herself as well? It just proves that she can't help stupid people or crazy psychos with long daggers and huge knives. Well, it seems that the evidence that Sherlock found earlier, he takes to Gideon in the Cortex and has it verified against the language in Nora's journal, and finds out the handwriting matches between the second person that Nora has been speaking with, meaning that the person leading Nora Allen in her quest back in 2019 has been Eobard all along. Before admitting her secret to Barry, things get more intense as Gracie shows up at the hospital, ready to not only kill the metahuman time bomb, but her family as well. And even though the mother and daughter are taken away, Gracie uses the dagger to follow Access and Time Bomb as she super speeds around the city in order to try and kill her. Luckily, Cisco and Ralph intervene and open up a portal that leads back to Star Labs. But even though Vicky and Access are in the clear, Flash is left alone to face Cicada, and both Ralph and Cisco are unable to assist Barry as they try to portal to him. Gracie blocks it with her powers. But to make things worse is that when Orland Dwyer shows up to try to stop Gracie, she calls back the dagger to stab him in the back and kill him on the scene. We return back to Star Labs to see the entire team gather around to go over the events that have happened at the hospital, how the metahuman time bomb and her family have been placed in federal protection, how Cicada has killed her Uncle Orland, and how Gracie's powers work due to the wound in her head. But before the team can leave Star Labs, Sherlock comes out right before Nora gets ready to confess her secret, and informs the team himself that he's figured it out and informs them through every action she's taken since being in 2018 and 2019 has been under the instruction of e.a.a. in order to manipulate them all and change history. At which point, Barry decides to place Nora inside one of the power dampening rooms of Star Labs and keep her there. At this point, I feel really bad for Nora, I really do. But it's what's come to expect when you don't tell your family and your team the truth about why you're in the past. She's had 6 months and didn't tell them not one word. And I think one of the worst things for her to realize is not the fact that her father isn't angry at her. It's the fact that he's disappointed. And you know how a parent's disappointment can affect their child mentally. Well, Wisecrack Nation, for right now, Nora's grounded. Team Flash is in shambles after finding out her secret, and we have no idea where Gracie is. Well, it seems just like any other day when hunting down a supervillain who's from the future as your futuristic child. But what would I know? I'm just a being from the Speed Force. Right about now, it's time for me to wrap things up and go back into the Speed Force until we return back with new episodes of The Flash. So for right now, you can go ahead and check out a few of our other videos on our channel, or head over to the 450 Legion and watch some of the gaming videos there. I'm pretty sure you can get a laugh or two from watching them get them W's and them L's. But until then, do me a favor. Drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel and this video. Or leave a comment telling me what you think about the episode in general. Everyone is welcome to do so. But for right now, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, people, be wise, crack hard, and have a great day. Peace.